up, you guys, and welcome to the Chosen League podcast, where fire sports content is the name of the game. I'm your host, Devin. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload an episode. Watch this episode all the way to the end because I don't want you guys missing out what I have in store for you today. So, if you guys know or if you don't know, Jaire Alexander's time in Green Bay has come to an end. His time in Baltimore begins now. The veteran quarterback signed a one-year contract with the Baltimore Ravens on Wednesday that's worth up to $6 million. Ravens ain't playing. And honestly, me being a Baltimore Ravens fan, I feel like there's no more excuses now. This is what they needed, a boost on the defensive end, on defense when it comes to the cornerback position. And I'm going to talk about this a little more in today's episode, but question for discussion. I just need to ask y'all this. Are the Ravens secondary a problem after signing Jaire Alexander? Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Give me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. I do believe that the Baltimore Ravens are going to be a problem. Their secondary is going to be a problem. And it's going to be it's going to benefit the offense because they're like last season, there were certain games that the Ravens played where the offensive line was on the field so much to a point where they needed their defense to help out so they can rest up, recover, and then get back on the field to score. But now you got Marlon Humphrey and you got Jaire Alexander. Oh man, this is going to be great. But Lamar Jackson played a part in getting Jaire Alexander to the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson wants to reunite with former college teammate Jaire Alexander. These guys used to play together back in college. And he didn't hesitate to let Baltimore Ravens general manager Eric DeCosta know about it. Lamar Jackson said, "Go get him, Eric." That's what he said on Tuesday when discussing Alexander's availability. Simple. Lamar Jackson is two-time MVP. Hey, go get him. And I don't blame Lamar, and I don't blame the Ravens like acting on that because look at what they did throughout the season. They've been growing and growing, getting stronger and stronger. And looking at the Ravens getting that boost in the backfield with Derrick Henry, adding Derrick Henry to the roster, bringing in Derrick Henry. Then now you're adding a boost to your secondary. So now Marlon Humphreys is not the only guy you can rely on. Now he actually gets some help. So now it's like you got Marlon Humphrey to deal with on one side as a receiver and Jaire Alexander. Yeah, it's gonna be a problem. It's definitely gonna be a problem. And looking at Jaire Alexander, last season he had 15 tackles, two interceptions, one fumble recovery, and 7 passes defended. And also, we got to understand he's dealing with a knee injury, so I understand the Ravens signing him to a one-year deal. And at the time, Alexander injured his knee against the Jacksonville Jaguars in Week 8 and has played just 10 snaps. So at that time, when he was still playing with the Green Bay Packers, he ended up coming across in one game and getting injured. And so I wish him a speedy recovery. I do believe he's going to flourish with the Baltimore Ravens, having you know, coming back to play with a former teammate you used to play in college with, and have that chemistry with a former teammate, and also to build a chemistry with new teammates. So it's going to be great to see. Like I said before, there's no doubt in my mind for the Baltimore Ravens. This has to be the year that they win the Super Bowl, despite the draft and having all these other players come in. Every team is getting stronger as the year continues. And Baltimore, I just feel like no excuses. They got to win now. They got robbed last season. Even with Lamar Jackson got robbed of MVP. He should have been unanimous MVP. But this is it. This is the year. And looking at the depth chart for the Ravens, you got Jaire Alexander is already in the starting lineup. He's already a starter in the depth chart. Jaire Alexander, Marlon Humphrey, Malachi Starks, Roquan Smith, Kyle Hamilton, their safety, and I believe the voice the voice on defense starts with Roquan Smith, and then Marlon Humphrey sets the tone early on in the game when the team needs him. And so having Jaire Alexander and all these guys in the secondary, it's going to be a really tough night for them. It's going to be a really tough night for a lot of teams in the AFC North, a lot of teams in the NFL who don't have a strong enough offense, so that's what it's going to be. I'm all in for the Ravens. And then defensively, we have to understand about the Ravens. Like I said, Marlon Humphreys led the team in defense. He was third in interceptions. Roquan Smith was fifth in for as the defensive leader. So they was in the top five. And then they were fourth in sacks. So Ravens had been top five in defense. They never had an issue defense throughout their history of the Ravens. They've been strong defensively, and we all know this. So hopefully that the Ravens get to a point where, hey, defense, they got to do their part. So when the offense is recovered, they're ready to get back on the field and do their thing. But I love this. I love to see this from the Ravens making moves, and but it all boils down to what they do in the season. They got to get it done, or is this just going to be a team that was like a what if? Can't have that. But anyways, that is all for today's episode. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload an episode. I'm Devin, and I'm signing off.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show.